Hi everyone, Angel the Biologist from Garcia Academy, and today we're going to review all of the AP biology definitions. So here we go. Calvin cycle. The Calvin cycle is defined as a set of chemical reactions performed by the plants to reduce carbon dioxide and other compounds in glucose. Cellular respiration. The cellular respiration is a series of chemical reactions that break down glucose to produce ATP, which may be used as energy to power many reactions throughout the body. Cell communication. Cells communicate by sending and receiving signals. Cell structures and functions. Cells provide the necessary structural support to an organism. Signal transduction. Signal transduction is the process by which a cell responds to substances outside the cell through signaling molecules found on the surfaces of and inside the cell. Feedback mechanism. A feedback mechanism controls the timing and amount of hormones released by various glands, which is inbuilt in our body. Cell size. At 0.1 to 5.0 micrometers in diameter, prokaryotic cells are significantly smaller than eukaryotic cells, which have diameters ranging from 10 to 100 micrometers. Plasma membrane. The plasma membrane, also called the cell membrane, is the membrane found in all cells that separates the interior of the cell from the outside environment. Membrane permeability. The permeability of a membrane can be defined as the passive diffusion rates of permeated molecules across the biomembrane. The chi-squared test. The chi-squared statistic is a single number that tells you how much difference exists between your observed counts and the counts you would expect if there were no difference at all in the population. Membrane transport. In cellular biology, membrane transport refers to the collection of mechanisms that regulate the passage of solutes such as ions and small molecules through biological membranes, which are lipid bilayers that contain proteins embedded in them. Enzyme structure. Enzymes are proteins comprised of amino acids linked together in one or more polypeptide. Catalysis. Catalysis is the process of increasing the rate of a chemical reaction by adding a substance known as a catalysis. Environmental impacts on enzyme function. Environmental pH can alter the efficiency of enzyme activity, including through distribution of hydrogen bonds that provides enzyme structure. Cellular energy. Our bodies contain trillions of cells. Cell cycle. A cell cycle is a series of events that takes place in a cell as it grows and divides. Meiosis. Meiosis is a type of cell division in sexually reproducing organisms that reduces the number of chromosomes and gametes. Genetic diversity. Genetic diversity refers to the range of different inherited traits within a species. Mendelian inheritance. Mendelian inheritance refers to certain patterns of how traits are passed from parents to offspring. Non-Mendelian inheritance. Non-Mendelian inheritance refers to the inheritance of traits that have a more complex genetic basis than one gene with two alleles and complete dominance. Environmental effects on phenotype. Environmental factors such as diet, temperature, oxygen levels, humidity, light cycles, and the passage of mutagens can all impact, which ultimately affects the animal's phenotype. Chromosomal inheritance. Bover and Sutton's chromosome theory of inheritance states that genes are found at specific locations on chromosomes in that the behavior of chromosomes during meiosis and can explain Mendel's laws of inheritance. DNA structure. DNA is made of two linked strands that wind around each other to resemble a twisted ladder, a shape known as a double helix. RNA structure. RNA is made up of nucleotides, which are ribose sugars attached to nitrogenous bases and phosphate groups. DNA replication. DNA replication is the process by which a double-stranded DNA molecule is copied to produce two identical DNA molecules. RNA RNA replication. RNA replication is the process by which new copies of genome-length RNAs are made. Figure 8. Transcription. Transcription is the process of copying a segment of DNA to RNA. Translation. In molecular biology and genetics, translation is the process in which ribosomes in the cytoplasm or endoplasmic reticulum synthesize proteins after the process of transcription of DNA to RNA in the cell's nucleus. Regulation of gene expression. Gene regulation is how a cell controls which genes out of the many genes in its genome and are turned on expressed. Cell specialization. Cell specialization, also known as the cell differentiation, is the process through which genetic or common cells transform into specialized cells with defined tasks. Mutations. Mutations are any change in the DNA sequence of a cell. Biotechnology. Biotechnology is the integration of natural sciences and engineering science in order to achieve the application of organisms, cells, parts thereof, and molecular analogs for products and services. Natural selection. Natural selection is the differential survival and reproduction of individuals due to differences in phenotype. Artificial selection. Artificial selection is an evolutionary process in which humans consciously select for or against particular features in organisms. Population genetics. Population genetics is the subfield of genetics that deals with genetic differences within and between and populations and is a part of evolutionary biology. The Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium is a principle stating that the genetic variation in the population will remain constant from one generation to the next in the absence of disturbing factors. Evidence of evolution. The evidence of evolution are fossils. Continuing evolution. Continuous evolution over many generations can result in the development of new varieties and species. Common ancestry. Common ancestry is the state of two individuals when they are blood relatives. Phylogeny. In biology, phylogenetics is the study of the evolutionary history and relationships among or within groups of organisms. Speciation. Speciation is the evolutionary process by which populations evolve to become distinct species. Extinction. Extinction is the termination of a kind of organism or of a group of kinds, usually a species. Variations in populations. Variation among Populations refers to the level of differences between two or more populations. Origins of life on Earth. The earliest life forms we know of were microscopic organisms, microbes, that left signals of their presence in rocks about 3.7 billion years old. Responses to the environment. Humans may respond to environmental stress in four different ways: adaptation, developmental adjustment, acclimatization, and cultural responses. Energy flow to ecosystems. The energy flow takes place via the food chain and food web. Population ecology. Population ecology is the study of these and other questions about what factors affect population and how and why a population changes over time. Biodiversity. Biodiversity is the variety of life in the world or in a particular habitat or ecosystem. And distributions to ecosystems is a sudden disruptions such as volcanoes, floods, or fires can affect which species will thrive in an environment. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching and hope you like this video.